Saishale, Wayakantake, Earth Keeper. Your feet are wet from many lands. Keep your heart clean, and you will see the unseen. Saishale, Wayakantake, carried over nations' water. Saishale, Wehasate, Earth Keeper, you have broken through the protective embrace. Now face the visions put forth long ago. Wisdom from the heart of the mother, revealing the patterns of your heart. You are a teacher, the keeper of the lands. Wisdom from the heart of the mother. You draw forth secret wisdom with every breath. Keep close to us. Waishale, Wakantake. Sit without fear. Trust us to show you light. You have worked hard to hear us, and now it is time that we reveal to you the patterns of your heart. Saishale, Wahasate, Saishale, Wayakontake. Hello everybody, and thanks for joining me, Farida Gipson Burtt here on Soma Fusion Media. This is my Friday 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time show called New Heart Transformation. And we may or may not have a special guest today. But in the meantime, I know that some of you really love it when I read. So I have a lot of really awesome books, and as you guys know, an incredibly good or highly positive way of thinking. I can always find up from down. And I was looking through my books and, what should I read today, just in case I don't have a guest? And I came across a book that I have not seen in, well, I don't know how long, many, many, many years, many moons. That book is called The Power of Positive Thinking by Norman Vincent Pearl. The cover says, read this book and change your life. Says it's the greatest inspirational bestseller of our time. Let's see. I love to just open the book and see what we get. Well, here we are. I'm going to do my best to read to you. Sometimes I stumble. So let's just see what it says. But, said the obstacle man, that is easier said than done. You say you would remove them, and then you would forget them. May I ask if you have any technique for removing obstacles and for forgetting them that the rest of us leave never discovered or have never discovered? A slow smile came across the face of the other man as he said, Son, I have spent my entire life removing obstacles, and I never yet saw one that could not be removed, provided you have enough faith and guts and are willing to work. Ooh, are you willing to work? Sometimes that's really hard, but when you do the work, you get the reward. So stick with it, no matter how hard it seems. Since you want to know how it's done, I will show you. He then reached into his pocket and took out his wallet. Under the, I don't even know what that is, kind of window, was a card on which were written some words. He shoved the wallet across the table and said, There, son, read that. That is my formula. And don't give me the song and dance that it won't work either. I know better from experience. The obstacle man picked up the wallet and with a strange look on his face, read the words to himself. Read them out loud, urged the owner of the wallet. That is what he read in a slow, dubious voice. I can do all things through Christ, which strengthens me. Yeah, I know you might be thinking that I'm getting religious, but I'm just reading what is written here. Philippians 4:13 that comes from. The owner of the wallet put it back in his pocket and said, I have lived a long time and have faced a lot of difficulties in my time, but there is power in those words, actual power. And with them, you can remove any obstacle. Well, before you start judging, why don't you try it? I know I've used those words before, and they've worked for me too. He said this with confidence, and everybody knew he meant it. The positiveness, together with the facts of his experience, which were known to all, for he was a remarkable man who had overcome many odds, and because of the further fact that he was not in any sense holier than thou, made his words convincing to the men around the table. At any rate, there was no more negative talk. The project was put into operation, and despite difficulties and risks, turned out successfully. Okay, so just so you know, like these are tiny little words. Well, it looks bigger on there. They're tiny little words. Some of you can't see me, but anyways, tiny little words, so forgive my reading, but we're on this journey. The technique used by this man is based on the primary fact about an obstacle, which is, don't be afraid of it. Practice believing that God is with you, and that in combination with him, you have the power to handle it. Now, if you don't want to use the word God, don't use the word God. Just, use higher power, use spirit guides, use whatever you want to use, but knowing and trusting and having faith and doing the work and moving forward. That's what we're talking about here. So the first thing to do about an obstacle is simply to stand up to it and not complain about it or whine about it, but forthrightly attack it. Step into your fear. Face it. Don't go crawling through life on your hands and knees, half defeated. Yeah, because that's what you'll get if that's what you do, right? Stand up to your obstacles and do something about them. You will find that they haven't half the strength that you think they have. Isn't that cool? That's so amazing. And just so true. If you step forward and you do the work, and if you keep that faith, that will be your strength, and it will overcome those obstacles. And let's see, they go into some other stuff. So I'm going to see if there's something else I can read from this wonderful book. Yeah, let's see. Here is another section. Do you mean for me to pray aloud? He asked dubiously. I never did that in my life. Yes, I said. It is good practice and will strengthen you. It was a simple prayer. Let's see if I can find the prayer. Oh my goodness. We'll try that in a minute. And as best I can recall it, this is what he said. Oh, Here's the prayer. Dear Lord, I have been an unclean man, and I am sorry for the wrong I have done. I have poured it all out in my friend here. I now ask you to forgive me and to fill me with peace. Alas, make me strong so that I will never repeat these actions. Help me to be clean again and better, lots better. He went back into his office that very day. Nothing was ever said to him, and it did not need to be, for soon he got back into stride and is one of the best sales managers in his city today. Later, I met his president, who said, I didn't know what you did to Bill, but he is certainly a ball of fire. I did nothing. God did it, I replied. Yes, I said. I understand. Anyway, he's the old time Bill. And so I just want to talk about that for a second, because when the world is spinning like it seems to be right now, and you can't see up from down, we come to these, and I can see why I'm in this book, because we come to these moments where we are to recognize that there is some kind of greater force that does guide and protect and assist us in this purpose of life, this thing that we're doing here, and staying positive and staying at peace and moving away from fear and doing the work that we're here to do. So just trusting and taking that moment, like I've always said here, taking that moment to tune in and tap in. Don't tap out. Don't tap out. That's a cop out, to tap out. Do the work. You know, even if you're just doing little tiny increments of doing the work, it's gonna only help you and those around you to be better and do better and feel better. And you know, I just really love that we have that ability to shift. We have that ability to shift. You know, and even great books like this, which is a lot of stories like that, just help you. It's, you know, these little things that come. So pay attention to the signs. And I think that was part of the book, The Alchemist by Paul Coelho. It's, you know, it does talk about paying attention to the signs, paying attention to those things that are being given to you to help you, to guide you. So if you haven't read The Alchemist, you should. I definitely highly recommend it. And you know what? I'm actually being driven to pull some cards today. I haven't done in a while, and it's always fun. These are my Deepak Chopra cards. They're manifesting good luck cards. They are growth and enlightenment. So I'm going to pull 3 cards from here. Oh, wow, it just jumped out. The first one jumped out. It says, what I dismiss as an ordinary coincidence may be an opening to an extraordinary adventure. I recognize and notice meaningful coincidences in my life. Now, geez, that's a perfect example of what I was just saying. That's a coincidence. That's a small sign. That's something, you know, that came from, well, who knows where, but probably God, my source, you know. Yes, that was the card number 1. Let's see what card number, what's behind door number 2. Life is a grand paradox. There are many points of view in the universe, yet the ultimate goal of human endeavor is to reach unity consciousness. That is life's greatest paradox. That's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Now we have one more card. Yes, we have one more card. Just a minute. I feel it coming. Oh, yes. Well, actually, you have a bonus here. So, the small things I do every day, smiling at a stranger or paying someone a compliment, bring me closer to my spiritual truth, the purity of my soul. I work at being spiritually focused in everyday life. Yeah, that's so true. Also, what I was saying about, keeping your energy clean and happy and positive around you so that it goes around you as well and out into the hearts and minds of other people. Because if we focus in, we can produce so much magnificence, love, and light outward. Or we could do the opposite. And if you funky, you create funky for yourself and for those around you. Don't do that. And the bonus card is the ultimate key to freedom is recognizing that everything is a choice. I am free. Yes, free will, free will. I am free to choose. This is amazing. I am trying to sort through and see. Yes, they came to me because I have a different deck of cards that I'm going to look at now, but that was really wonderful. Little tidbit of spontaneity and hearing from the powers that be. And as some of you may know, yes, that's what I do. Yeah, you know what? The cards don't ever lie. Harmony. What was I talking about? Peace. Peace within yourself. Harmony. Harmony and peace. Yes, wonderful. Also, I was talking about signs. Pay attention to the signs. So I just love that, when we find ourselves, when we go in retreat and look within ourselves, our guardian angel will appear for us and assist us in the new beginnings and this, sense of self-acceptance. So magical when you can sit with yourself and just be so loving and adoring and accepting of all of that which you truly are. And you will receive the divine guidance that you've been seeking. Isn't that amazing? Yeah, so amazing, and I'm just really bumping into actually, as I'm starting to talk about what I'm bumping into, this card study comes up because I am in school to be a hypnotherapist. And it's so exciting because I am creating a course that I've been trying to create for a very long time, but it just through this schooling that I'm doing, it just boom, poof, just downloaded itself into my life and into my atmosphere. And it's just really amazing that the course is writing itself, So look for me on AHA, which that's American Hypnosis Association. It won't be until after December because I have to be a graduate in order to, have my AHA, and hopefully they'll accept what I have to share with the world. And I'm very excited about that because you can sit there and you can try to program things for yourself, because I've been through, all kinds of trainings and things in this process of seeking my purpose. And, a lot of them have gone awry, and I just like, whatever, I guess, I did that for, I don't know what, personal, to put on my tool belt. And now with hypnotherapy, it's all just intermingling and combining itself and making it really clear what I've been in the process of creating. So wonderful to just let go and let God. Let your life create you. Yes, you are going to participate, but you're going to allow your life to create you as you were created to be. It's so fun, and it's just so magical to me to be in that space of just completely receiving all of oneself and just allowing that flow, you know. um yeah, most definitely. When I allow myself to be unpredictable, I step from the known into the unknown, where anything is possible. Today I practice being unpredictable. And I always love doing little experiments with that, um, where I just say, okay, today I'm gonna look out for the signs of an angel. And then sometimes you'll see angels, uh, the word angel somewhere, or, an angel in a crystal shop, or whatever it is. That's a fun little experience, or experiment or experience to do and have, uh, to play with the magnificence of being present here. So amazing to appreciate and just be in that space of acceptance and appreciation of the divine interlacing your life for you, right? Just allowing it to flow. And of course, the card that I pull is I am where my awareness is. So be aware, see where you are. If you're aware, I'm sure you'll get some signs of where you are and what's going on and what the next step is for you. All those questions that you want answered, you can do and have answered by yourself. And that's part of what I'm creating in the course. It's called idiomotor response, and it is where your subconscious shows you things. Isn't that nice? We are so amazingly well put together. And so when we focus our awareness on our own responses and perceptions, we can see the truth of a given situation. And wow, has that been something that's been happening for me these days, in terms of like preconceived notions of people or ideas that I had formed about a certain person that are just being completely wiped away, or just my vision is way more clear, and so I can see details of certain occurrences in my life that it's just magnificent. This world is so amazing. And I'm sorry that our guest isn't here, because she is a Maori woman, mixed Maori woman, and I hope that maybe she thought it was next week, I don't know, but her name is Lainey, and hopefully she'll join me next week. But she's a hypnotherapist and she does all other kinds of really groovy things. And so I'm not going to babble on too much longer. I want to actually end this brief show today with a reminder of the importance of acknowledging your breath in your body. This is like one of the greatest things that I have as Farida and as a human in this world of being is you need to give thanks for the fact that you are living and breathing. Don't forget that. Don't take your breath for granted. Play with it. Enjoy it. Feel it. Listen to it. Absorb it. Just really get into your breath. So let's just do that right now. Whatever you're doing, just stop. Just stop. And take a big inhale. Woo, thank you so much for this life. Oh, yes. Exhale. Oh, you can let go of so much just by giving that breath the appreciation for its life-giving force. It doesn't stop until you dead. You know, your heart beats, your body breathes without you having to be conscious of it. So just give it a moment of consciousness. Give it a moment of enjoyment and absorption and appreciation, and get in, dive deep with your own breath. How amazing. You know, your breath is like amazing, and the silence that's in between each breath is even more amazing, because that's the space of that which you are. That is the space where you receive your life between the inhale and the exhale. So take that pause between the inhale and the exhale and really allow it to teach you what you really are. Thanks for joining me. I'll see you next Friday at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard.